Hi, you guys. Hey, y'all. So, we're going to be talking about, do you create your life or do you actually live a life created for you? I know a lot of people ask me, well, is life already destined or, already laid out, or do you create it? That is your choice. Okay. That's your choice. Do you create it or do you wait to see what happens next? I was watching movies on Netflix this weekend. Don't ask me why, or it could have been cable. But I was watching some Freddy Krueger movie, like the one where the girl from the original Nightmare on Elm Street was being asked to do another movie when she had a son. I forgot the name of that one. But basically, the script, like at the end, she was reading her own life. Everything in the script was actually happening in real life. And that got me to thinking, is your life pre-written? Do you agree to it, or do you create your own life? And the inspiration for even having the new screenplay written was Freddie himself, or it came from a mental state, right? All is mental. So what I'm thinking when I'm watching this movie is that we choose. All is mental. So do you choose to create the life that you choose to create, or do you accept whatever is happening around you and feel like a victim to it or a prisoner of it? So that's how we have to think from now on. If you feel like, if you play the victim, you are the victim. You see, everything is a role. Whatever role you choose is what role you'll play. So a lot of artists and music artists will tell you life is a stage or a movie with no rehearsal. Okay, I've heard this in so many different songs. Life is a stage. Life is a movie. Life is a play with no rehearsal. Da 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 da. What role are you playing? Are you playing the victim? Are you playing the villain? Are you playing the hero? Are you playing the one who gets what they want in life? What role are you playing? Put yourself in a role and play the role. That's how you create the life you want. So, um, mhm. You said you loved that movie. So the role that you choose to play, you start playing it. Simple as that. You don't be afraid to play it. You're not nervous to play it. If that's the role you want, take it. So many people ask me, well, how do I know I'm this and how do I know I'm that? Do you want to be that? Well, then go be it. That's what you are. You know. Well, how do I know if he really loves me? And how do I know if this is the right man for me? Is that the man you want in your life? Does he treat you like he wants you? Is he going to play the role of your husband? If the answer is no, he ain't the one. So you can't, and also you can't make someone play a role that they're not trying to play either. That's another thing that comes in when people start trying to do spell work and things like that. If that person doesn't want to play that role in your life, they're not. They're not gonna play it. Um, Girl, you just don't know how lucrative this is to hear. Put yourself in the role and play it exactly. How are you, Paul? So the role that I wanted to play was the role that I've been wanting to play since I was a child. Okay. And I'm playing the role that I wanted to play, or I am what I wanted to be, when I grew up, because I took steps towards it and I did it. No matter what people said, no matter how many people laughed at me, no matter how many people that were supposed to be important in my life said that, oh, you'll never do well in that, da, 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 or that's, I didn't listen to them. I already knew the role I'm supposed to play and I'm playing it. So it also depends on how much you listen to other people besides yourself. Because if you want something, you don't let other people tell you that you can't have it. Okay. Um, you've manifested great things since letting go of the negative people in your life, but I could use some advice on struggling with needy child with behavioral problems that drains all of my energy. Um, that is when you have to get some money and hire some extra help, baby. Okay, so focus on money because that's what you need. Okay, money can solve most of your issues. Focus on getting some money. Figure it out. Like most people think a problem is a problem or something is holding you back or something is an obstacle. Money can solve most physical obstacles. Okay. So get some money, get some extra help and see what happens. Let's focus on this prosperity because prosperity is a tool that gives you freedom to do and move forward in your endeavors. Okay. What do you think about coaching and coaches? Well, I don't like basketball coaches. I don't know. I was doing a candle magic and I put, I don't answer spell questions. If you already have doubt, it failed. Okay. If you had any doubt, if you're asking this question, do it over, basically. Okay. Right. Do I like Charmed? The new Charmed? It's okay. I like it better than the old Charmed. It's less corny, I believe. I believe it's less corny. Y'all, I'm being bougie. I have my tea set out today. Look, I have a little strawberry in there. I have my fine china. Use your fine china while you're still alive. Don't let it collect dust. Live the life you want. And I took this out as an example. Live the life you want. Don't let it sit up in the cabinet. Use your stuff. I saw a video on that a while back, and I like to use all my stuff. Like, don't let your nice dishes collect dust. Use them for no reason, Like, little kids, they're always having tea parties and dressing up in their nicest clothes just as play in the house. Might as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a teacher, I had a question I wanted to ask. Okay, you should have asked it because all these questions don't get read. I have a question quick about if you heat the oil to speed the process, that's like taking a shortcut. I always recommend doing it the long way. I mean, you could do it, but it'd probably be more potent if you did it, speed it up. Who makes this teapot? Gee, I don't know. Let me see. Grace Teaware. Grace Teaware. Okay. And the cup is an antique, so can't read that. It's too small. So yes, create the life you want. Wear the clothes you want. Play the role you want. Be what you want. Figure out how to make it happen and make it happen. Like, no matter what people tell you. Okay, this is the key. Most people that I talk to, like, they always say, well, I heard such and such is a good career, or my mom thinks I should go to school for A, B, C, and D. But I never hear your original thoughts. I never hear what you truly want in life. I never hear who you really are. I hear everybody else's thoughts. I don't hear yours. So if you're a victim of other people's thoughts, other people's influence, that is one reason that spending time alone can help you to figure out who you are and what you want and move towards it without caring what other people are going to tell you. Okay? Because let's go back 15 years ago. If I said my plan was to grow up and be on YouTube, give ladies advice, do workings and things like that for people, read cards, which I don't do at this time anymore, but I did for many, many years, for a living and get paid. and not have to work for anybody else and could stay home and raise my kids, people would have laughed at me. And they probably would have said, yeah, right. But that's what I did, you know? And even 7 years ago, when I told, my mother my plan, of course, oh, that's not going to do anything or da da da. I don't care. I'm still going to do it because that's what I want to do. And I had the luxury, I'm going to say I had the luxury of being able to do what I wanted to do anyway for very little of nothing until until things grew, you know. So if you follow what you truly desire and the role you truly want to play in life, you'll always be successful because you'll do it for free for many, many years. And once you build up, something, a love and a desire for something, you're going to attract it even more. And then comes your profit, your prosperity, because that's what you're attracting because you're enjoying what you're doing. And when you enjoy what you do, you bring more and more of what you do. And eventually it will pay off. And the reason that, the reason I don't, okay, I'm looking. The reason I don't read cards is because of this very video that I'm telling you guys. Do you control your life? Do you play the role that you want? Or do you let other people decide your path? Okay. The questions that I get when people ask me questions during a reading are victim, weak, non victim questions, weak questions to take away your own power. And I feel like if we do any type of reading, it's going to be an oracle spiritual reading, like advice on what you need to be doing right now to make your life better. Not about some man who don't want you, not about some job who you didn't stole from and think you're gonna get thrown in prison. I don't want to answer those type of questions. Okay. So I choose no longer to do readings. And ever since I stopped doing readings, I feel so much younger and vital because a lot of people will drain you with their inability to create their own lives. So I've stopped doing readings for people. I don't want to grow old with y'all stress and problems. Instead, I decided to teach you how to create the life you want instead. Now, most people will not understand this, won't even hear it because it's not for them yet. But the ones who are listening, create your own life. Okay. Okay. If you want something, be it, go get it. That's it. It's very easy. Don't let people stop you. If it involves another person's free will, remember that person has to also want to play that role. If they don't want to play that role, find someone who does. That's it. It's that simple. Have I watched the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Spellman yet? I think I've seen a little bit of it. Do you like it? It's on Netflix. It's a little darker than the original one, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Right. You did a spell to expand your mind and business ideas came to you. Good. See, that's the type of spells that are beneficial. Yes. If this show is satanic, yeah, I've seen some of it, and I feel like they're also playing on the fact that religion does not rule, even though people think it rules. Even the satanic religion, they're trying to debunk in that show, as well as the other religions. It's kind of like a twist on how Christian people act, but instead of God, they use Satan in the same exact way. So it's almost like a mirror of how devout Christians act, but with Satan. It's hilarious because even denying and not wanting to deal with religion, they find their own power outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, exactly. Why do what to do if you feel stuck? I'm trying everything but not getting it. Do something different. Do something different. Go somewhere different. Get different people around you. Okay. Stuck means you're in a rut and you need something different to happen. Why do people get defensive when you tell them to create their own reality? Because they don't understand their power yet. You have to break it down to them like, well, explain the law of cause and effect to them. That will help them. She or they were looking for you yesterday. Who was looking for me? Um, Thank you. You like my necklace? I mentioned that after a certain point, astrology doesn't apply to me anymore. How do you figure? Because outside of the solar system, it doesn't exist. Okay. If you're an infinite being, if you're dark energy, dark matter, if you're total consciousness, if you're a part of the total consciousness, you also exist outside of the solar system. Okay. So therefore, outside of the solar system, it doesn't matter. You're not ruled by it. You actually created it. So why would it rule you? You see what I'm saying? So if you're a part of all of it, then why would you be ruled by your own creation? Hmm. That's how. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so yes, I see a little bit Sabrina. I haven't finished it yet. Seems okay. Um, Charmed is okay, less corny than the last one. And I'm waiting on Stranger Things to come back. I'm rewatching The Coven because I'm sure there was a lot of stuff I missed as far as symbolism that I can catch now, which I have been. Um, love Stranger Things. Yeah, me too. It is good. Okay. Charmed is extremely corny, moves too fast in the story. LOL. Well, they figure you already know the basis of the story since you've watched the first Charmed, obviously. Um, oh yeah, American Gods. I'm waiting on that too. I started watching Midnight Texas again. That came back on. That's kind of it's all right. I'll watch that sometime. Yeah, there's a new Sabrina on Netflix. I think it's called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Hmm. Are there any shows you recommend? Ancient Aliens, Star Talk. Um, I like shows like that because within those shows there are hidden messages and truth. I like regular TV shows too, like entertainment. I like Stranger Things. I did like I like witchy shows, most of them. So any witchy show, but I love those historical slash scientific slash paranormal shows. Hmm. Oh yeah, an American Horror Story, Apocalypse, very good. Hmm. The thing about the Ancient Aliens is they're going to mix, like the truth, but then they also stick in some stuff that to keep those people that don't know the truth interested, as well as those who do know the truth interested. Because see, they got to play on both sides. So the last episode of Ancient Aliens, when they went in that tunnel under the Sphinx, um, you know, they were dropping a lot of hidden messages when they were speaking. If you just listen and you know what it is under there, okay. If you don't know what it is under there, then you won't understand the message. You see, those type of shows have messages in them if you know what to listen for. Okay. Um, And also, and also you have to remember, if you are going to go find the truth, you need to go to the source of all knowledge. People can make things up or twist things a certain way. So be bold, really, and only documentary I saw on burning time. See, I don't watch those time because technically and honestly, it was burning times and killing times and hanging times forever for many people. So that's not something like, oh my gosh. Uh for me, a lot of people incorporated magic into their culture and beliefs since birth. So to pervert it with religion and you know um, things like that, oh, of course you're gonna, if you do something natural or magical, they're going to persecute you. That was just backwards. Um, Dark Energy Changed Your Life. You wrote your first book on Amazon Kindle, and I'm moving to Canada to improve my life. Thank you for all your what? Congratulations, and thank you for the donation, Miss Have. Miss Have one. That's wonderful. Um, so for me, you know, um, I don't. Like when they say burning times and stuff like, oh, I'm a burner witch. People were burning witches. Most of the witches didn't even get burned. Those were just women people didn't like. Okay, you know, if someone didn't like you and you were smarter than them, all they got to do is say you a witch and you burnt. It was more of a woman struggle for power issue. Anybody helping women, any woman smart enough to ask a question was a witch. So you just have to play dumb. Like I tell y'all on my other channel, play dumb and stupid. You see, a real alchemist and a real witch would know how to get away. Play dumb and stupid. The best ones are unseen. Okay. Uh-huh. The ones doing the hanging was probably the witches. The ones doing the burning were probably the witches. I mean, think about it. The ones that created the church was probably the witches. You know. So I mean, whatever. I'm scared of no witch. Ain't no witch scared. You shouldn't be scared of a witch. Mhm. Do you get your? Did I get my G wagon? No, I'm waiting. When I get that, shoot, that's gonna be nice. I'm not. I just got my car. I just got the other car this year. Okay. Yes. Right. So be in control of your own life. Don't wait for luck. Don't wait for somebody to walk through your door and give you an opportunity. Go get it. That's witchcraft. Creating and making something happen, not sitting there and waiting on somebody to answer a prayer or someone to have mercy on you or someone to uh, pull you out of your victim mentality. Okay. Go get the life you want. Create it. Play the role you want to be in. Become the role. Dress like the role. Get the props for the role. Become the role. Be the role. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's all you got to do, right? It works every day if you watch TV and the news. If they want a news story, they'll create one. They'll get some actors, get some props, create a story, and there you have it. Now it's truth. So make sure you understand this. Make your own life. Hmm. Don't always, and here's how the first way you can take your power: learn. Stop asking other people, but instead learn. That way, if whatever role you want to play, learn that role well. Learn that role all you can. Because if you're asking questions about your own role, then you're not a very good whatever it is you're trying to be, you know. I'm trying to put it in simple terms because everyone likes to complicate things. Put it in a simple term. On my other channel, women want to be stay-at-home wives. Play the role then. Nika, thank you. Nika A. She gave me some donations. Shira, I'm a novice alchemist, which I have a lot of good things happening to me. Because of you, I'm getting a lot of envy. How do I prevent this? Take the envy, okay? You don't want to prevent it. You want to keep it. That's what helps you get to the next level. If no one's envying you, you ain't doing it right, baby. Use it to stand on, okay? Use it as fuel. Thank you for the donation. Uh-huh. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm putting it in simple terms so that people can understand that you create the role you want. I was telling people on my other channel who are, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home wife. I don't want to work anymore, A, B, C, and D. Well, then play the role. Okay. Play the role. Once you start playing the role, that's your role. That's it. That's what you do. But when I say play the role, of course it has more detail in it, but get your wardrobe, get your props, get your lines together, get your future plans together. The type of man who will also want to play this role with you together. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You said you live in the ghetto and you're a mouse. How do you get out of this situation? Then you become a lion. Okay. You don't want to play the mouse role anymore. You become a lion. A lion can't stay there. A lion is the king of the jungle or the queen. Wow. There you go. Sure. It says, so I definitely believe in it and I don't understand what is being communicated with me. Oh, you're talking to High Priestess. Okay. Have you watched Fear Itself? Philosophy of Halloween. No, I haven't. Need to check that out. How to maintain confidence. You can't have any type of confidence until you know your role, know who you are, and have self-love. Okay. So many people want to skip all these other steps and they want to jump straight to the confidence. You can't have confidence if you don't know who you are. What are you having confidence in? You can't have confidence if you don't know what you want either. You can't have confidence if you don't even love yourself. So start with self-love, which is putting yourself first and moving in your only best interest, despite what other people think. That's self-love. That means moving forward in your self-interest before anyone else's. Okay. A lot of people think self-love is some fruity stuff, but it's just putting your self-interest first and foremost. So self-love, knowing who you are and what you want, the confidence is automatic. Okay. You won't have to work on it. It'll already be there. Why do you feel bad for thinking highly? Why do I feel bad for thinking highly of myself and not putting up with BS? Because you've been trained to think that way so that you will never get anywhere. Okay, because they want you to stay at a certain level. Yes. You're called evil for loving yourself. Oh, well, there's worse names out there, like broke and stupid. How you doing? Was I ever a Dusty? Never. Never a Dusty. Everyone Says I'm selfish and okay, well, go and do you live for everyone? You say thank you? Exactly. I said, and so do I have the life I want? Yes. Do you know? That's what you say. Um, People who say dust eat flaming hot Cheetos a lot. Do you ever complain? Of course I complain. When things aren't up to my standard, then I get up and I do something about it. If you're going to complain, you need to also be able to get up and do something about it. Otherwise, there's no reason to complain. Are you married? I am. Um, Thank you. Shira, give me the title of a Witchcraft Spirituality for Dummies book. I don't know a Witchcraft for Dummies book. I'm sure there are one. Wicca for Dummies. I don't know, but I didn't read that one. I read The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy, which is going to be more beneficial to you. Do you still use your manifestation journal to kill? I sure do. I have so many journals and books for different things, and I go through each one of them when I need them. Is my husband into the esoteric? No, not at all. How can you get your dad to pay attention to you? Asking for some money? I don't know. I don't know because I don't really seek attention from other people. I just do my thing. How about getting your own life? And if he doesn't pay attention to you, then obviously he doesn't want to pay attention to you. I mean, stop living for other people. That's my number one advice. Who cares if he's paying attention to you? Are you paying attention to you? You know what I mean? Sure, is your YouTube husband pissed? Oh, Marcus, you ain't my YouTube husband. You ain't got enough. You don't have enough clout. Sorry though. You're my YouTube friend. I didn't friend zoned you. Thank you, Courtney Carter. She gave me a donation. I appreciate that. You want to be sure how thank you. You have my yeah. I didn't do a tutorial on this look today. So sorry. So get your tools that you need. If you whatever life you want, here's how you do it. Create it with getting all your tools, your props, your wardrobe, your vision, your plans. Stop listening to everybody else. Stop caring what other people think, and keep moving in your role. You'll be playing it better than you thought you could. Okay. And once you're able to play that role and have the life you want, you'll just realize one day, wow, I'm getting everything I want. I'm living the exact life I want to live. And this is awesome. People tell me every day, ever since I've been watching your channel, ever since I've been doing this with, watching you, I have the life I want now. I'm doing everything I want. Da 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 da. Because it's because you took responsibility for yourself, first and foremost. You took responsibility for yourself. You don't have to ask other people permission for anything. Not as a question, not as an opinion, nothing. You have the authority to create what you want. Okay. And this is why some of the questions that a lot of people are asking me don't get answered because I'm not the authority over you. You can answer certain questions. Uh-huh. So can you do a video about the zodiac signs? I don't go by zodiac signs anymore. Because that also rules over you. And I know a lot of you guys are new to this path. My older videos, y'all will love when I was there. When I was there mentally, all the information you seek are my older videos. Just go hit 2014 and have a field day. But this 2018, it's been 4 years. I'm not the same person anymore. I've grown mentally, spiritually, and in knowledge. So all those type of videos with spells, witchcraft, cards, um, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, maybe 2015. That's what it started. Yeah, maybe 2016. Yeah, was where it kind of ended, and then more of the knowledge started coming in. So that's what I've been doing. You would just go to my channel page and type in the year, maybe 2015, and you'll get all that good stuff for the newer people. But for now, what I'm telling you guys now, if you're on a spiritual path of knowledge and growth and creating your own life, and you're an alchemist now, then you're going to see faster change, bigger change. You're no longer chasing after people don't want to play roles in your life anymore. You're creating opportunity to be who you want to be, and also attracting other people that want to play, roles in conjunction to you. So, yeah, you're not begging anyone for attention anymore. You're not begging anyone to be with you and play a role with you anymore that doesn't want to be there. You're creating new roles, and you're creating new opportunities, and you're attracting new people in your life, and you're creating the exact life you want, and you're actually living it right now and have no issues. A lot of people are doing this right now. This is the time where people can have what they want because the knowledge is out there. Okay. So you got to change how you think, which is why I always suggest that Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy, because it talks about spiritual alchemy, mental alchemy, financial alchemy. Okay. Alchemy is turning lead into gold, turning basics into something spectacular. Okay. Turning your victim into a victor. Lately, thank you, Kai. hmm You've had demonic dreams and random scratches. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, you did a lust ritual a while back. Okay, well, if someone doesn't lust after you naturally, lust is a lower level of consciousness and desire. So you're going to attract lower level energies. Okay. Um, mhm. Marcus, ain't nobody worried about you. So think about that. If you're going to work with lower levels of being, such as lust, you're going to attract lower level energies. Okay. hmm Um, sure, I want to be. Oh, okay. I've already read. That's for my other channel. Thank you, Exo Goddess, for the donation. Thank you, Lena, as well. But y'all, just remember, and I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. I'm saying there are other ways to get what you want if you're clever enough. You know what I'm saying? You know how they have that t-shirt, Basic Witch? A lot of people are basic witches because they don't think. Alchemy teaches you to play chess, not checkers. That's why I'm telling y'all to learn it. If you're just going to learn Wicca and witchcraft and some spells and some voodoo, then you're playing checkers. Learn universal law, learn symbolism, learn alchemy, learn mentalism. That's how you get stuff done. That's how the world gets stuff done. Okay. So, yes, we are more in control of our lives than we would ever like to think. Exactly. So, if you're going to play with some demons and some candles so some man can lust after you, great, have fun. Or you can use mentalism on him and make him be with you and do whatever you want forever. Okay. Um, what about religion? Man-made. Don't need it unless it's to manipulate someone into your favor through mentalism. You know, that's what it was created for. It's mentalism. Sure, how do you get rid of the low energy? Stop doing low stuff. Do higher stuff. Raise your vibration. Focus on your spirituality. Focus on self-improvement. Focus on bettering yourself to a higher level of life. That's how you get rid of it. Okay. Um, mhm. You transmute energy. Good. You should. By doing that, you can also create the life you want because you don't let things bother you. You take them and you flip them and you create from them, you know. Like for example, let's get the worst thing that could happen right. Oh, I lost my job. Oh no, I'm unemployed. Okay, no, you just have more free time to start your own business now. Okay. Or you have more free time to go find you a husband that's going to take care of you and you don't have to worry about no money no more. Or you have more free time to go and learn a trade or a skill that you could create your own hours with, open your own business with, and be paid 10 times as you were getting paid this year. Okay. A lot of people do that. Um, I know a girl who was working at like Target or something, and she lost her job. She had a little money saved. She went to a school for makeup, and now she's like this big time, person that does makeup for people and gets paid a lot. And she sets her own hours. You know, sometimes things happen for a reason so that you can your get on your right frequency and the right path for you that you want to create. No one's idea of the life that they want to live is, oh, I want to be a Taco Bell employee. That is what I choose to be in life. That is going to be my life. No, they're doing that because they don't know how to create their own life. And that's why you see so much artificial intelligence now, because so many people are waking up that they're going to have to replace those type of jobs really soon because people are becoming self-sufficient now. Okay. The more people wake up, the more people will become self-sufficient, and the more artificial intelligence will come in to do those menial jobs that people are going to be too advanced for. Okay. So if you've noticed, like if you go to certain restaurants now, you don't even need the waitress anymore, but to bring the food out. You just click what you want on the little screen on the computer tablet thing. Um, and when you click on the thing, that you can order whatever you want, and all someone does is bring it out, and that's it. That's all. You don't even have to wait for them to bring the check anymore. You just click, swipe it, or whatever. So, and even at some fast food restaurants, you could just click what you want on the screen. So slowly but surely, those little menial jobs are not going to really be around anymore because people are evolving spiritually and mentally, and they don't need those type of jobs anymore because they can create their own. So people are starting to understand how it works and how you can create your own life. um mhm. It's crazy. I went to a restaurant the other day and there were no waitresses. You had to pick up your own food. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. That's how it is a lot in like Japan. They have stuff like that. If you want to see the future, go look at how they work in Japan. You know, we're about 10 years off maybe 5 to 10 years off from what they're doing. So if you want to see the future, go look at stuff that they're doing in Japan. You'll see it. And the whole point is we won't need any of that. You won't need people like that. Do you still practice the craft? Why? Why not? I practice alchemy. Alchemy is the original craft. You see, everything stemmed from alchemy. So all those teachings, all that magic, it stems from alchemy. You want to the most powerful, go to the source of it all, you know? Um, that's what do you think the government sits around and does Wicca? Do you think the powers that be or the other powers that are opposing the powers that be sit around doing Wicca? No, they're into alchemy. Sure, what does it mean when you keep saying it means go look it up? Thank you for the donation, but it means stop asking other people for the answers and go look it up so that you can get the knowledge. If you don't believe me, when you see sequences, thank you for the donation, by the way. When you see sequences of numbers, that is the universe's way of communicating with you to learn symbolism. Okay? It is the universe's way of communicating with you to figure out how to communicate with it. If you have to ask me and you need Google Translate, AKA Shira, it means you're not going to get the message next time either, unless you got Shira. Okay? So the reason why I'm telling you this is because that's what you need to do. If you see something, go look it up. Okay? That's the universe telling you to learn. It is important. Knowledge is like gold. If you're asking me for gold, I'm going to ask you for some green. You know what I'm saying? So, what do these numbers mean? That looked like a radio station to me or something. Marcus, I tried telling them don't want. Okay, so yeah, but I have to go now because I have to go pick up my kids. But and another thing is, y'all don't have to ask me questions unless it's something that Google can't answer. If Google can't answer it, I would love to answer that question. Like if it's my opinion about something, or if it's what I think about something, I will be glad to ask that question because those are real questions. Hmm. Hmm. Being humble means in knowing your lack of importance. Is that a good thing, or is that something instilled? To me, being humbled requires that you know so much that it's very easy to take advantage of most people. Therefore, you have a reason to be humble. If you can't take advantage of anybody, if you don't know more than anybody, most people are not going to be humble that don't have the opportunity to take advantage of people. So, if you are in that position and you are so high, you have to be humble. Because people in power and people that have a lot of knowledge have to stay humble to keep that power of the masses. Okay, learn that because that's very important. Um, it's okay to tell your opinion. It's okay to get upset, but always stay at a certain level no matter what, because if you cross a line, you can't go backwards. Okay? Like Donald Trump, he can't go backwards. He didn't already cross the line. So when you cross a line, you can't go back. You can't be unhumble. You can't be humble after you've been all crazy and people have seen it and understand that you could take advantage of them now. You can't do that because there's no trust there anymore. So you have to be humble, but also stern and strong. This doesn't mean you lay down and be a doormat. It means in order to be humble, you need to have something to suppress that is greater than other people. And by learning to suppress it also means playing chess. It's a strategy more than it is a discipline. Okay? Just so y'all know that. It's a strategy more than it is a discipline. And I'll leave you with that. Bye.